going from BG Wealth Sharing to Susanna, I'm going to show you 6 green flags, not red flags, of a more transparent crypto project. Now, a lot of people in crypto are tired. They are tired of fake promises, tired of influencers shilling garbage, absolute garbage, tired of projects disappearing overnight. And after things like BG Wealth Sharing, a lot of people completely lost trust on any project. And honestly, I understand why. I was one of them. So the reason this happens, why people get caught up in Ponzi schemes and scams, is because most people don't know what to look for. They hear big words like utility, community, ecosystems, but they never actually check the structure behind the project. So today in this video, I want to show you something different. No hype, no promises, no trust me bro. I want to show you actual documented things I found within Susanna and why this project caught my attention. But not only that, I'm going to explain you and you're going to see why made me feel incredibly positive in this project for the long term. But before I show you the 6 green flags of Susanna, I want to say that we need to talk, first of all, about what makes crypto projects dangerous in the first place. Because usually scams have some common problems. Number one, that developers, if any, have too much control. They can create more tokens wherever they want. They can freeze trading. They can stop people from selling. They can blacklist wallets, or they can dump massive amounts of tokens onto holders. So imagine a video game where the owner can secretly print unlimited coins wherever they want. I'm not big in games, but I know most people that are gaming, they need coins to do different things. So the question is, would that game economy survive? Of course not. That's why structure actually matters. So when I look into Susanna, and when I stayed now for a while, now I've been involved with Susanna for almost 9 months, the things that really got really interesting for me was that Susanna actually had a professional smart contract audit done. Think of a smart contract audit like hiring a security inspector for a building. The auditors check things like, can the owner secretly control things? Can they manipulate users? Can they trap people? And look at this. The audit says the owner cannot mint new tokens. And this is something we're going to see in the following slides. But what that means basically is that they cannot magically create unlimited supply. And that's important. Now, when we say that the owner cannot blacklist addresses, what that means is that they cannot randomly block your wallet from trading. When we say that the owner cannot pause the contract, this is huge because some scam projects basically lock people inside while the insiders escape. And according to the audit I'm going to show you, Susanna's contract doesn't allow that. The owner cannot manipulate transaction limits either, which means that they cannot suddenly say something like, oh, sorry, now nobody can sell more than $5. So let's take a look at these slides I've created. So the problem, as I said, is broken trust, right? Millions of dollars vanish overnight with BG Wealth. Families lost their savings. Communities that believe in a shared future were left with nothing but empty promises and locked wallets. BG Wealth wasn't just a scam. It was a betrayal. People trusted. People believed. And when the rug was pulled, it didn't just take their money. It took their faith in crypto itself. All right, so now red flags versus green flags. The old way, hidden wallets, sudden rug pulls, no audits, unlimited minting, broken promises. Projects like BG Wealth left investors with nothing. I'm one of them. The new way, fixed supply, audited contracts, transparent blockchain, lock liquidity, which I'm going to talk about briefly, long-term vesting, I will talk about as well and what that means. Solana was definitely built differently. There isn't any project like this that I know of. It's unique. Now, some of the green flags. First, green flag, no minting function, zero hidden tokens. The smart contract has no minting capability. This means no developer, no team member, no one can ever print new tokens out of thin air. Your investment stays protected. Green flag number 2, supply you can trust forever. There is a fixed token supply. The total number of tokens is locked permanently on the blockchain. No one can create more. No surprise inflation. What you see is what exists forever. Everything I'm talking about now, I'm going to show you inside the documentation from Solana so you can see it with your own eyes. Green flags number 3, anti-rug protection and lock liquidity. Liquidity lock means developers cannot drain the pool and disappear. Huge. This is huge if you get it. Your investment is protected by code, not promises. Let me repeat this again. Your investment is protected by code, no promises. Remember BG Wealth, trust the process, have faith, be a winner. Green flag number 4, this is security you can verify. Smart contract audits. I'm going to show you in a second. Every line of code reviewed by independent security experts. No hidden functions, no backdoors, complete transparency. Green flags number 5 and 6. Long-term vesting, team tokens lock for years. The Solana team can't dump and run. Their tokens are locked in smart contracts for years. This means they succeed only when you succeed. Real alignment, real accountability. Green flag number 6, your funds, your control. No wallet blacklisting, as I said before. Unlike shady projects that can freeze your tokens at will, Solana cannot lock you out. Your crypto stays yours, always accessible, always free. Solana is built on transparency. Blockchain transparency, every single transaction lives on the blockchain forever. Anyone can verify, anyone can check, nothing hidden, nothing deleted. This is what real transparency looks like. We've got accountability systems, real names, real responsibility. The team behind Solana doesn't hide in shadows. When people are accountable, trust becomes possible again. As I said many times in other videos, Solana runs, or the founders of Solana run Zoom calls Monday to Thursday at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. You're more than welcome to attend live and ask questions. So Solana is built differently. It's a project designed for trust, no tricks. While scam projects hide behind complexity, Solana was created with one goal: complete transparency. Every decision, every line of code, every token built to protect you. This isn't just another crypto project. This is what happens when a team builds for the long term, not the quick exit. Trust isn't promised here. It's proven. So the future of crypto starts with you. Dior, don't do your own research. Demand transparency always. Solana, you can see there are many things you can check here once you become a member. But what I'm going to show you and what I base this presentation on is on the third-party audit and on the papers, right? So when I click here, it will take me to another page where I can basically check the audit with Coinsult. Now, Coinsult is this company here. They do a smart contract audit. And as you can read about it. But basically, they make sure all the projects don't have any holes. So we had the audit made by them. Here's some of the first things, but you can read all about it by clicking here. When you click here inside the members area, it takes you to this document. sorry, this one. And it's a 22-page document, okay, that you can read at your own leisure. And here you're going to see the Susanna light paper, which is 63 pages that you can read all about it. And it explains absolutely everything. So based on these two documents, the light paper and the consult document, I want to explain you a few things. So we're gonna go to page 13 here, because we're gonna be talking about the no-mint function. Okay, and it says here, ability to mint check. Consult tests if the owner of the smart contract can mint new tokens. A mint function in the smart contract allows minting tokens at a later stage. A method to disable minting can also be added to stop the minting process irreversibly. Anyway, what does this here? Can owner mint? Owner cannot mint new tokens. If we go to the light paper, here, we're gonna go to page 6 and 7. Okay, where we can see the total supply of Susanna is 88,888,888. That's the official Susanna address, sorry. And again, this mint address is publicly verifiable on Solana blockchain explorers and is referenced through the Susanna on-chain transparency report. Okay, and you can read more about this. There's quite a few things, but basically this is interesting. These tokens are locked under a fixed 18-month vesting schedule, distributed daily under a smart contract enforcement, subject to explicit month-by-month weighting, not claim-based, not manually unlockable. There are no discretionary accelerations. There are no manual overrides. Time governs release. So this is incredibly important. But let me explain minting in a very simple way for those of you that don't understand it. Imagine there are only 100 rare Pokemon cards in the world, right? Only 100. Now imagine the creator suddenly prints 10 million more. Question for you, are your cards still rare? Nope. Their value gets destroyed. That's what happens in crypto when projects can mint unlimited tokens. But Susanna specifically says, no mint function, no inflation, no hidden emissions. Meaning, as we've seen here, that the supply is fixed. There will only ever be the amount they originally created. And that's a very important green flag, as we've seen here. A little bit up. This is the total supply, 88 million. Now we're going to go to this page 15 in the light paper, vesting tokens schedule, incentive that favors builders, not dumpers, time-based, contract enforced, no shortcuts. Susanna's vesting system exists for one reason, alignment. You can read all about here. As I said before, core team and early private investor vesting 18 months. The core team and early private investor allocation is distributed on an 18-month vesting schedule enforced through automated daily transfers. Total vested amount across all recipients, 33,938,669. Susanna. Each recipient wallet receives daily transfers such as the exact location assigned to that wallet is fully delivered by the end of the 18-month schedule. All transfers are executed through smart contract enforcement and cannot be accelerated, paused, or modified manually. And something interesting as well, Section 5 talks about reserve treasury cliff vesting. Tokens remain fully locked during the cliff period and are then released according to a predefined schedule enforced entirely by smart contract logic. No discretionary access exists outside that logic, and it's a 5-year release. So here's another thing that separated this project from the typical meme projects, the vesting structure. And I know that sounds technical, but it's actually simple. Vesting means the team doesn't get all their tokens immediately. Instead, the tokens unlock slowly over time. Why is this important? Because scammers usually want fast money. Serious builders think long term. So Susanna has an 18-month vesting schedule, a 1-year treasury lock, and a 5-year control release system that you can find here in the light paper. Translated into normal human language, the project is designed to release tokens slowly instead of flooding the market. Think of it like opening a water faucet slowly instead of dumping an entire swimming pool at once. That protects the ecosystem from sudden chaos. Honestly, Ponzi schemes think in weeks, serious ecosystems think in years. Now, there is another part that really matters after all the scams we've seen, counting BG Wealth, is transparency. Susanna repeatedly talks about on-chain verification. What does that mean? It means people can verify things themselves, not just screenshots, not just trust influencers, actually verify wallets, treasury balances, token supply, vesting schedules, transactions. Everything is visible on the blockchain. Imagine if a bank allowed everybody to publicly inspect the vault 24/7. That's basically what blockchain transparency does. A real project wants transparency. Scams usually want confusion, and that's what we saw with VG Wealth. Something important as well, as you can see in this page, is that we already migrated to our own community away from traditional Telegram environments and into the wallet-bound Susanna Community Hub, right? Which you can find at community.susanna.io. Unlike open Telegram or Discord groups, access and interaction are tied to verified member profiles and on-chain presence. Identity is anchored through third-party KYC, know your customer, verification and wallet authentication, meaning verified accounts have completed automated identity validation, which helps to reduce impersonation risks, discourages anonymous burner accounts hiding behind fresh handles and disappearing DMs, and creates structural friction against abuse. We call it Susanna Gate Community. There is finally a front door. You don't just change your username and vanish. Identity is visible, reputation sticks, actions matters. So community members gain access to real tools and on-chain utilities, including token nominations, voting, and governance competitions, periodic giveaways and promotions for eligible participants, discretionary and non-guaranteed, wallet-gated education through Susanna School, and certified instructors, early signal discovery from verified profiles and trending tokens, trust-enforced visibility through the directory and the Beta Token Bureau, search and filtering tools for verified members, token projects, and crypto-aligned businesses, networking with reputation-based or reputation-backed users instead of anonymous burners. Every interaction leaves a trail. Every action carries weight. So this is a platform many people wish they had before learning lessons the hard way. One that rewards participation, enforces accountability, and protects its community with technology, not talk. So what's the highlight? There's KYC, trust overlays, verified profiles, no burner accounts, which will allow people to vote to multiple projects trying to win the rewards. There's a persistent reputation. And this is probably the most unique part of the entire project. Susanna is trying to solve a huge crypto problem, accountability, because right now people can scam others, disappear, make a new username, and repeat the cycle. We've seen that before. Susanna is trying to create a system where reputation actually matters. They talk about KYC verification, wallet link identity, persistent trust history, governance systems, and verified profiles. Let me simplify that. Imagine if every time someone cheated in a game, their history followed them forever. They couldn't just create a new fake account and restart. That's basically the direction Susanna is trying to move towards. And honestly, crypto desperately needs more accountability. Now, let me be very, very clear. No crypto project is guaranteed. No audit guarantees success. No project is risk-free. And you should always do your own research. But there is a big difference between blind hype and structured transparency. And personally, I'd rather see projects building systems, rules, audits, transparency, and accountability than projects built entirely on hype and promises. So just to finish this video, what caught my attention about Susanna wasn't Moonboy marketing. It was the structure, documentation, the transparency, the restrictions on owner control, the long-term thinking, and the fact that they seem to understand why people lost trust in crypto in the first place. Whether this project succeeds in the long term or not, I believe this is the type of structure crypto needs more of. Less chaos, more accountability, less manipulation, more transparency. So anyway, guys, let me know what you think in the comments, and remember, never invest emotionally. Research everything, protect yourself, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.